ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Firstly, today's outlook, we're going to start with the Asian markets. They slipped on Wednesday despite the higher oil prices. And in Japan, we're looking at the 225 Nikkei index. It closed down about 1% or 184 points at 1608.40. While of course Hang Seng in Hong Kong index shed about also 1% in Asian afternoon trade. Mainland Chinese markets were also lower, with of course the Shanghai Composite, the more important index, fell about 0.5%, while the Shenzhen Composite was down 0.15%. The dollar index, meanwhile, which measures the greenback against a basket of major currencies, traded at 97.60 during the Asian session, its highest level in 7 months, as the dollar itself edged down 0.1% to 103.45 yen, with of course the European markets opening flat on Wednesday after the disappointing start on the US corporate earnings season and weaker trade in Asia. The Pan-European Stock 600 index was hovering around the flat line, with sectors pointing in different directions, while meanwhile the euro was steady at 1.1052 against the dollar, recovering from a dip as low as 1.1032, its lowest since early August. The recent buoyant dollar came under pressure in Asian trading on Wednesday, as we saw the sterling partially rebounded from its dramatic losses in the previous session. The pound was up about 1.5% at 1.23 after tumbling as low as 1.1280 on Tuesday, with towards the 31-year low of 1.1055, which was reached on Friday as Britain was poised to leave the European Union. Gold in the commodity sector edged higher on Wednesday as the US dollar retreated, with markets waiting for minutes from the September Federal Reserve policy meeting for, of course, more clues on any interest rate hikes this year. Gold was up 0.4% at $1257.40 an ounce after falling 0.5% in the prior session. Minutes of the Federal Open Market Committee in September is scheduled to be released today at 1800 GMT. Crude futures in the energy sector inched slightly higher on Wednesday, with investors waiting for talks between OPEC producers and other oil exporters on curbing output to end a glut in global markets. US West Texas Intermediate crude had gained to $51 a barrel, and of course it dropped 50 cents or about 1% to settle the previous session at $50.50 a barrel. Today's in the calendar, the most important news is the American Petroleum Institute weekly statistic bulletin at 2030, but of course before that at 1800 FOMC minutes. That's all of the important news of today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.